everyone. Welcome to another session of Fractures of Reality. So, in the last session, a lot of things happened. Charlotte did the negotiations. It did not go well. So, we'll just hop right into this session with Jezebel catching up to the party. You all are quite surprised as, you're all eating breakfast and all that, when you hear a knock on the door, and it turns out to be Jezebel.
No, no,
Okay.
no, no, no,
Now,
no, no.
wait, let
Got
me
it.
finish, let me finish. Let me finish. Now, you guys are up in the air. You're still flying at the moment.
Yeah.
Now you can go, Jezebel.
Let's say Jezebel doesn't knock. She does her usual. First, you hear a little tap of, and then just a boom when she kicks open the door.
So you mean I knock, but doesn't wait to answer. So you
Nope.
knocked. That's how knocking works. You tap on wood.
Tap on wood. She did tap on wood with her foot.
That's still knocking. You can use your head to knock if you wanted to.
Well,
Hey,
I used my
Jez?
foot instead.
Why don't you just like open the door? Also, how did you get up here?
Jezebel walks in and she does a little pose with like an innocent look. She goes, "Because I like to make an entrance, dear. You should know me by now."
As she walks in, you see a blue figure behind her. A Aarakocra.
Bird.
Yeah.
That's
So as
got up here.
Raise his
Jezebel just-
eyebrow.
Jezebel stands aside, giving the aircracker a bit of a stern look with her hands over her chest, and she goes, "Let's say I had some help from an old friend."
I
Right.
Wait, is that who I think it is?
yes, we all met in the Underdark. I mean, I'd like to hope we're more than friends. I mean, we're still siblings, right? I mean, I understand if, the incident meant, that we're no longer siblings, but, could you let me know of that? Just because, that's kind of important to know. Yeah.
Did you enjoy your
Right.
beating?
Not really, but, I made it out alive, so, There's that.
That's good.
Jezebel just rolls her eyes and then gives him a firm slap on the arm. And she goes, "Calm down. I'm still upset with you, but I still gotta jab at you now and then after all the shit you put me through."
Yeah, I know.
Hold
I'm sorry. That was probably a bad joke then.
Hold on. Were you a drow before?
Oh, yeah. When I resurrected, I was a drow, so, I just stayed as it because it made getting into the city easier.
And now you're back to being a bird.
Yes, and, I gotta say, I'm pretty glad to be back as a bird. I don't know about Hey, you have wings now. That's great.
Yeah, I have wings.
You have
Thank you.
you have more than me, so that means you're even more bird than me. You know?
Probably less bird because I have two pairs of wings and moth antenna.
Double bird then?
I have no idea.
Well, I should probably start talking. Jezebel's glaring at me again.
Alright.
Jezebel just gives a shrug and she goes, "Everybody, once again, this is my older brother. When I heard that he was outside the city, forgive me for just leaving, but I knew that dear Bertrand would have told you where I went, and you would understand why I had to take a bit of an absent."
Alright. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean,
Carol is just eating some bran flakes.
I mean, I was going to catch up to you all, when I found out where you guys were, but you kind of move around a lot, so it's really hard to catch up to you. Like, last I heard, you guys were at the Dragon City.
Ah,
That's actually where we had just gotten. That's actually where most of us got back from what happened in the Underdark.
Yeah.
yeah.
I,
Let's not talk about that.
Indeed. We're going to assault a fortress of vampires now. You interested in that?
oh, but I mean, I still have my paladin, abilities from my, my dad, so I could probably help out, I guess. If Jezebel wants me to, I mean.
Jezebel kind of grumbles a little bit, looking to the side.
I mean, it's your adventure here. I just don't want to step on your toes. Cause I mean, it's really great to see you finally stepping out. Making your own merry band. I mean, mine was kind of brutally murdered, but that's fine. I'm sure I'll just have to find a new one, and it'll be fine, right? Yeah.
Your
Stop
entire group
stuttering.
was
Hey,
You
are
can
you
stay.
okay?
Guys, Ninja, then Neku. So
Jezebel just gives a sigh. She shakes that. She goes, "Just stop stuttering. Calm down. You can stay."
Neku?
I was just saying, your entire group died.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you, Jezebel, and yeah, they were killed by Drow.
Are Are you okay?
I mean, I'm alive, so I can't really complain,
Hmm.
I mean, it could be worse. I could be a Drow.
I mean, you were a drow for a while.
I'm sorry. That was meant a joke. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Did you change back?
I
Yeah, Clara was actually about to ask that. She's like, so how did you change back, handsome?
Oh,
Like,
when I got out of the range of the, city's shield bubble thing, I just asked my dad to change me back.
okay.
He's
Okay.
he's kind of a god. I don't really like asking for favors from him, but I kind of needed to find where Jezebel and you guys had gotten off to, and for that, wings were, better. Plus, I kind of missed flying.
Fair. Understandable.
So, do you guys know where this vampire fortress is?
Yeah, I got this note here.
Yeah.
Hold on. And she's going to pull out the note that she got from the thief that was caught by the vampires last session.
It has a very crude map that points to a set of mountains that are north. I think they're northeast. And it just says it's here.
Okay. I'm just gonna compare this to my actual map.
Corax, we're getting a lot of background
Corax.
feedback noise.
Like it's hurt in my ears, but
Thank you. Continue, Cicada, sorry.
Okay. And I'm gonna try and compare this with my actual map just to pinpoint the location. On the table, obviously.
Just a moment. Okay, where's it? Alright. So, you see, you guys are heading up towards the Underdark. You're in the Elf City. So you're about here. The mountains they indicated are these.
Okay.
Okay.
Northeast.
What we're going to pick up Korax's dad and Charlotte's friend.
We may well wind up killing Charlotte's friend.
Yes, I've heard.
I
Bertrand
might
told me a little
end
bit
up
about
killing
that before I
Korax
left.
for that joke.
I wasn't joking.
That's a damn shame. Neither was I.
In if your friend is in on it, if they've done anything to my father, I'll not hesitate.
It's the same. Same with me then.
Bricket glances between them and then says, "So are we doing the pact?"
Oh my god.
Right now?
Jizzle actually looks surprised and saying, wait, excuse me? This I did not know.
yeah.
Talked about what?
Yeah, Cricket is offering a pact to Charlotte.
Jizzle actually looks over surprised to Charlotte. Really?
It's, we're all a little concerned about it, but this is entirely Charlotte's decision.
True. Jezebel says that she kind of crosses her arms over her chest again and gives a side look to Charlotte. Question is, what would you gain from it, dear Charlotte?
Charlotte just remains silent and closes her eyes and crosses her arms.
We can hear you typing, Clara.
She
Or
doesn't seem
could
like
you
she wanted
not?
to speak.
I would just like to reiterate, Cora, that this is a lifetime commitment.
You mean Charlotte?
Yeah, Charlotte.
Yeah, I was like really confused when you said that.
I mean, both are
Sorry.
lifetime commitments, but anyway, Niku.
Sorry.
Niku?
I know. Charlotte just replies back. She's given less information than she normally is.
Okay.
Isabel just looks at Charlotte curious and then gives a shrug. She goes, well, in the end, it is your decision, I suppose. Same as it was mine to take him also as my, to become, with the pact with him too. So, each to their own.
Bricket moves.
So?
That's true.
Go on.
I'm sorry, Jezebel. I thought you were going to say something.
I said
You
go
can
on.
go.
Regardless, you're right. It is my choice. And I thought about it for a while.
Isabel sighs and then she goes, very well then. By the way, and then she looks over and then grabs Cora by the ribbon and pulls her. She goes, hands off the brother.
I mean, you're very nice, don't get me wrong. But I'm gay.
That's
Oh.
why.
Okay.
Moral insight on that, just passively. This is personal now.
What do you mean? Remember?
He is 100% bona fide not into women.
Damn.
You should know, Neku. You are his partner, by the way.
Yeah, where is he? Where's the said partner?
I'm sorry, you're really nice, and I really appreciate all your compliments and everything, but yeah, I just
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Understood.
Rango, who's been serving everyone, breakfast because he's not his wife and can actually cook, simply says, she can change that.
Oh my god.
Change what?
Oh, Clara.
Don't worry about
Oh,
it.
my
You'll
goodness.
understand when you're older.
Clara is confused.
And roll insight to see if Rango's gay.
Oh,
That would be
God,
very
there we
weird.
go.
No, I kind of want to. I want to go down the rabbit hole real quick.
Fine. One more roll.
Okay.
But you don't get to do
Alright.
cricket now.
No. I'll never know the truth.
He isn't gay. He's married.
Yeah, but is it? I'm just. There's a lot of questions in this.
There's a lot going on with
His type is eldritch.
That doesn't make sense to me. Explain.
He likes non-Euclidean geometry. He's into the
All
weird
geometry
shit.
is technically non-Euclidean.
I know.
Oh my goodness. Anyway.
The knowledge
back
is too
on
much
top.
to bear.
Point is, he's very happily married. She might be insane, but
Okay.
she's just his type.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, good. Sure, there's a dairy type for that. It's not yandere. She's just not that type.
Anyway, Yeah.
Anyways.
sorry, Charlotte, but yeah,
Clara.
sorry, Clara,
Like
but
this.
I was going to have you roll for it, but Jezebel stepped in before we got to your turn, and yeah,
Okay.
you can roll and see how well you did, but yeah,
Probably not going to work anyway. She turns her attention back to not the hot bird.
I mean, honestly, and he looks to Kurex briefly and he says, your party tends to give me really mixed feelings. And then he just looks back to Jezebel.
He just looks amused.
And I'm feeling a mixture of feelings right now myself. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We all are technically. There's no need to apologize for that.
I think I'm just going to drown myself in this drink right here. And he grabs one of the teas and then pauses and says, not literally, of course. And then he just buries himself in his drink, and you can see quite little bubbles as he blows into it and pretends to drink.
My goodness. Okay. Moving
If
right
it was
along.
milk. If it was milk, it would just be foamy everywhere. Now it'd been more funny to me.
So,
Eh,
Cicada.
Back to Charlotte.
Yes, Cicada?
So, what's your answer? Have you figured it out yet?
My choice will be between me and Cricket.
Fair enough.
You do know after you decide yes or no, you're going to be tied to both me and Cicada, so technically there won't be any more secrets. You do know that, right?
Isabel, my price is a little different. There's nothing to be alarmed for. It's just nothing you'd rather say.
You see Cricket, step towards the door and then he goes, "Pardon me."
Okay.
And he pushes past you guys and heads outside.
Right. Charlotte would then stand and follow.
Alright? What do the rest of you do?
Well, while they're doing that, I guess
Cora
you should...
concludes that this is a private matter and she should stay out of it.
Yeah, you should.
Uh,
This is between... She just said this is between her and Cricket, so...
so should I be worried what Cricket might be thinking if, like, he wants to get Ryu into his group?
Not happening.
Okay, that's fair.
He's dedicated to my dear father, aren't you, dear Foxy?
I couldn't in good conscience, and I couldn't in good conscience betray Alex like that. Not after all he's done for me.
I too am similarly taken.
Yeah, that's
If I
perfectly fair.
If I make any kind of warlock pact, it'll be with the Moonblade.
Anyway, Jezebel said that she leans against the wall. Proper introductions. Brother, this is the whole group. Whole group, this is, of course, my older brother, who was once dead but is now alive.
Whole group minus Charlotte.
Minus Charlotte, who's outside currently.
He just keeps blowing bubbles into his tea and he sort of hunches up a bit more and he pokes his head up slightly and then goes, "Hello," and then goes back to blowing bubbles.
Is he always like this?
Only when he's relaxed.
The bubbles
He
make
doesn't
happy
look
popping
relaxed.
sounds.
When he's relaxed.
This is relaxed.
Think of it this way, Foxy. He may technically be adopted into my family, but you've seen the way my dear father gets when he's anxious or nervous or stressing out about something? And then she points to her brother.
I do have a bit of a temper. I'm sorry.
You don't need to
I see.
apologize. We're good.
Let's say, like father, like son.
We should probably catch up on what we've learned while you were out searching for your brother.
While you say that, you all watch as this place doesn't have windows, so you don't see much, but you do notice that the light from outside the door has vanished. And it's as if it's nighttime outside.
Oh, for what is it now?
You open the door and it's nighttime.
What?
When did
Who
that
would've
happen?
thought?
It was
Wait.
you were just having breakfast. As a reminder.
What?
Pulls out the amulet pulls out the sun amulet.
It's gone.
What?
In fact, you see it in Cricket's hand.
Have you been in my stuff?
No, I just teleported it to use it. Here, you can have it back. And it vanishes from his hand and back into your hand.
Why is it night?
Vampires. He points to Shalif and says, her friend is a vampire.
Oh, right, and they don't want to be out in the sun. That's right. Okay.
Unless you want her turned into ash.
No. Probably better
Okay.
to get her inside.
How close are we to catching up with them?
They're already here.
Oh?
Excuse me?
I just haven't. He pauses and then says, correction, I'm ready to bring them in at the moment you are ready, Charlotte.
Cricket. I didn't want to be with the group whenever we did.
Very well, then she'll take us to a place where they won't be able to reach.
We can go back inside.
Charlotte glances at Corax and just looks back to Cricket and said, yes, that'll be preferable.
You both
So,
see Cricket and Charlotte vanish.
Okay.
And we will do a private roleplay of what happens there later, Charlotte, because I want to keep the game moving.
That's fair.
So,
Okay.
what we will say for now is that you return with Cricket and 2 other figures. One figure being Corax's father, and the other figure being your friend.
Huh?
And I will, again, we will go over what you guys discussed and why she's with you privately, but I'll give you a TLDR in DMs, so just give me one quick second, everyone, to let Neku know.
Okay.
I guess while they're away, Cicada is currently trying to inform Jezebel and Cena Faye about what happened in previous sessions.
Jezebel gives a tilt to her head. She goes, I had a feeling that the body that they were displaying probably wasn't real. That's why I went to go pick out some shoes. Just to clarify. Looks like I was right.
Yeah,
Apparently they moved, by the way.
Howdy,
Yeah.
Midnight! Midnight Fox is here. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Oh!
Nearly done.
Yeah, still, I am sorry that I left in such a hurry. But I knew that Bertrand would take good care of you.
Yeah.
Which chat is Midnight Fox on?
One of the YouTube ones. I think it's probably my one.
Okay. This is a big part, so I'm gonna ask this one question. That'll be it. Okay.
Sure, just message me it, and I'll set the scene for everyone else.
Well,
But yeah, vampires.
see, that was an interesting turn of events. I'll say that much.
And Corax's dad was apparently investigating a lot of shady underground stuff in the Elf City,
Hmm.
and he got caught.
Yeah, that's what happens when you don't stay
Yeah.
quiet And especially with no offense, Quarks, but with the well-known face as your father, he kind of was obvious.
That can remain private, Lala. I hope you know that.
I mean, it's what she'd say.
Yeah, that's very in character. I like that.
Alright, so now that you're all caught up to speed, and we'll do the proper session later, it was just a quick shove out the door sort of quick moment. Now, everyone else, you all, you left the door open, so, you'll see when Charlotte and Cricket return.
Hey,
Oh.
American.
So,
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Father,
Yes, hello.
like,
Correct.
looks at Cricket. You could have gotten him out at any time.
Yes.
Why didn't you?
You wouldn't have made a pact. If I had have offered the pact to you, you would have said I was blackmailing you or whatever the word is. I can't holding him to ransom, I think it is. Ransoming, you know what I mean.
Korax's eye is twitching.
I did offer.
Nothing comes free anymore, Forax.
I'm more wondering what I'm even doing here at this point. If it turns out Cricket can just magically solve all problems.
Your father
Clara, go ahead.
Your father steps forward, and then he breathes in, and then says, "Do you even realize?" No, of course you don't. Because of the deal, this rabbit, your name was Charlotte, yes?
That is correct.
Because of Charlotte here, we have now lost our only defense against them opening that portal down below. Charlotte, you can no longer open portals.
What?
Eh?
You did not know this. You did not know this would be a side effect. You only realized just now yourself as he said it, and I imagine you'd probably go to try and test it.
I would try and test it, but I kind of figured.
Still, you may continue.
Charlotte's not an idiot whenever the circumstances to make portals was made.
Well then. What about now?
Now, we have an entire army of Drow preparing to lay siege to all of Norheim, and we have no way to get an army to face them.
Is there not another person that can make portals?
Well,
There
Ma
is one
does have
more.
that bead.
There is one, yes. But they're currently in the hands of Vienna.
Are they?
That's boss. It's boss, isn't it?
Because last I checked, he made quite a bit of ruckus in your vault.
I'm sorry, refresh my memory, is this the... You're referring to your investigation last session, right?
I'm also
Yes.
referring to the fact that we heard rumors of a guy wearing #1 boss t-shirt was appeared at the vault and it has disappeared.
Okay, I was just checking because
Yeah,
a lot's happened last session.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
He-
that's what we have heard, as I recall.
He will look to Charlotte and then say, "This is news to me."
How is that news
Then-
to you? Weren't you apprehended because of that incident?
He breathes out and then he says, "No, I was apprehended because I was trying to stab the leader of the vampires with a stake."
What?
Assassination?
Okay, DM, this is very important. In so and so we first heard about the whole boss thing from my mother, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did she say she was with my father when that happened? Did she say she was witness to it?
I don't remember, I'm sorry. Remind me, which
they-
boss, which exact boss situation? Because there's like 2 or 3 separate things that we're talking about here.
Basically, the wild magic situation that he supposedly got arrested for when he showed up in the vault.
No, she didn't mention whether she was there or not for it.
Okay.
She just said she heard him she said she'd overheard him mumbling about some stuff, and then the situation had happened. Not that she was there for it.
So, in where is that? Where is said head vampire now?
Likely still at the manor, unless someone spooked him away. The issue, you see, and the problem that I ran into, is they weren't a vampire.
What were they then?
They were just another elf. Can you believe it? I prepare all these tools to kill this vampire, and it turns out they're not a vampire after all.
Yeah. Charlotte has met him.
His name is Silver. Wait, sorry.
Ah.
Sorry. Sylvia.
That makes a lot more sense now.
And what
Wait,
about the ones who
Charlotte.
took, and the ones who took you? Where are they?
He glances to Cricket. Cricket just says, "I put them on a beach to sunbathe."
My God.
I didn't think anyone would need them.
Eh.
And they weren't part of the deal, so I just got rid of them.
Yeesh.
Mm.
So who's this?
Oh, hey. I'm Rachi. Nice
Hi.
to meet you. I'm a vampire. It's totally cool. Don't worry.
Okay.
She mellowed out a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. I only tried to bite her like once. That's cool.
Is this true, Charlotte?
No.
Get a load of this bunny, okay? Get a load of this bunny. She wraps an arm around you. This bunny right here, this bunny is my real friend right here.
Oh god. Charlotte's like to smell Raichi real quick. Has she been smoking the herb?
No, but she does smell like death.
Oh.
Because she's a
Oh
vampire.
no. Oh god.
You know, you
You're
kind of
dead.
smell like onions. You haven't been eating onions, have you? Because if you have, I'm gonna have to bite you. Don't worry, that's a joke.
You're terrible at these still.
Sorry, what's your name?
Righty.
Raichi. I'm Cicada. Nice to meet you.
Hey, you're very cute.
Oh, thank you.
I am Cora.
Please don't bite me.
You're very sexy. Call me.
I'd rather not be bitten either.
Oh, darn it. Saw through my devious ruse right there. Charlotte, your friends are too smart for me.
That's not surprising for at this point.
Now that's...
If Clara can outwit you, Raichi, there's no hope for you. I'm sorry.
Now that... I was a bit suspicious at first, but that last comment, now that was pushing the line.
And go
Isabel
ahead.
is just watching in the background with a big old grin on her face.
You all watch as Varen just stares at this and then slowly walks around the pool and approaches Corax. So anyway, yeah,
Hi, Ma.
he's just going to ignore all of that. I mean, Corax did get it from somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, my mother does have one of the magic school gems at the moment, and she's somewhere, and she may be able to open a portal into there. Can she, Dad?
Probably, but we'd have to find her.
We
Yeah,
can just,
that.
We can just put a sending on. You sending.
And they mention this. Clara's just like, "Hey, Mom," it just runs through the telepathic connection and says, "Hey, Mom, where are you?"
I'll get to that in a second. Corax. Varian looks to you, and then he says, well, there's no sense keeping quiet now. Everything's out in the open, and I'm kind of dead. On paper, at least, of course. Not actually dead. No.
Indeed.
So, this all started about 30 years ago, when I found this giant conspiracy that had many factions in the underground and the underdark and the rogues guild and everything that were all connected to this plan by the drow underneath to bring back a being to give them the power to remove the false god Fiona. They seem to have a really big rod up their ass about that Fiona god. You know, the one that gave you wild magic.
At TV?
They can bloody well get in line.
I know, right? So anyway, I find out, using my sources, as one does, and it turns out they're planning to send an army to take over the elf city, and then use it as a stronghold to expand and take over the rest of the land. Now, the thing with the elf city is, I don't need to remind you of this, but 90% of the elves in that city are massive pricks. And And the thing is, with the massive pricks, like, don't get me wrong. I'm an elf, you're an elf, we get it. But other races don't get it, and therefore, if the elf city did get overtaken, the elves aren't exactly going to be welcomed after they regretfully disliked that god that everyone seems to be praising. And, you know, the whole slavery thing that people disliked, and many of the factions still try to bring back. The point I'm getting at, Corax, is that the entire city is fucked. And the drow are the ones who want to do the last fucking.
My God.
Any questions? Oh, right.
Cass, not really.
Before
Hey,
Before anything, and he looks to Clara, Charlotte, and then he says, I had nothing to do with you being a maid. I just wanted to take advantage of the situation because you had the powers that could prevent this situation. If I'd known he was doing that, I would have sent that stupid god to go and procure him earlier.
Wait. I gotta process that.
Right. He looks back to Corax. Now, questions?
in names and locations.
He gives you. He pauses and then he says, they were in my vault, which you asked me to burn.
Well, that's been emptied. But fortunately, they didn't find the secret part, and I pull up the list.
Well, then you have the list.
No, that's.
Most of these lists were in the city, though, right?
Yes, like I said, the entire city is fucked.
Doing a purge wouldn't really help anything.
The old granny down the road is fucked. The baker is fucked. The king is fucked. They're all fucked.
Were the rogues guild helping the mafia at all?
Clara, we can hear some sort of scraping.
Right, sorry.
Were the rogues guild helping the mafia at all?
The Rogues Guild are a neutral party. They help everyone.
I figured that was more the case.
Though I imagine they won't be helping the vampires anytime soon after they kidnapped one of their informants.
Oof.
I thought a majority of the rogues out there worked for Kagura.
He glances to Ryu and then looks back to Corax and then says, who's Kagura?
In insight, because I know for a fact that the two have met.
He's completely forgotten.
And Kitsune-man, Kagura Netwa.
Oh,
You met
that
at
king
dinner?
from that island, right?
That's
Yeah,
the
he
one.
came by to introduce himself, and I believe he did make contact with the Rogues Guild, and he does have informants in the Rogues Guild. But the Rogues Guild is unaffiliated. There is a portion of them that belong to a group called the Gentlemen, who appear to be more neutral good than neutral, and tend to work just as informants, but in general the Rogues Guild is rogue.
It's hard to believe a neutral faction would live so long if they're selling information off to other people. They gotta be pretty good at that job.
They are rogues, dear. It's part of the job. Get
There is-
information, keep it safe for the right bidder.
The reason they stay alive so long is they exchange information for favors. For example, if one of their people gets captured, they will get another group of fools that want information to retrieve them. Or if they need an item to allow them to gain information more effectively that they've discovered, they will send a group out to obtain it and tell them not to look into it so they don't have to pay more than it's worth.
Jezebel kind of clears
Golly,
her
I
throat.
can't believe there's
awkwardly.
groups like that out there.
Sorry, Jezebel?
Jezebel just kind of clears her throat and looks away with a bit of a smile, like, yeah, I wonder.
Clara openly doesn't know what parties he's talking about. I is currently pondering who would do such a thing.
As much as I hate to admit it, there is an honesty among the thieves and the rogues. Now the vampires and the elders and the nobles and every other elf in that city is fucked.
So do you even have an army in the city then?
He breathes in and then breathes out and then says, I did. Before I got... And then he puts in air quotes, murdered.
Is this the same
Well, that's
army
hard.
that your wife has?
Most likely.
By the way, we should probably tell your mother that we got your father.
Oh yes, Jezebel immediately pecks in, and then she gives a grin. She goes, "By the way, dear Cracks, whatever happened to your brother?"
And sent down into the Underdark are to be a distraction, along with the poppycocks.
Oh, maybe
Oh,
this...
I know that. Cicada told me. I think that's the funniest thing.
I still don't understand why that bitch just completely missed him with the wild magic but gave it to you.
And well, I've had a couple of conversations with Vienna, actually, believe it or not, and the sense I got was that she thought it would be more interesting in my hands.
I suppose that explains the little accident.
On the bright side, at least Korax X has a mind to. I'll look on the bright side though. Oh, unlike Korax, do you really think that brother of his would have the mind to make a conscious effort to hold back his wild magic surges if he had them?
I suppose you raise a fair point, but considering I was being threatened by my son to release one of those wild purges in return for destroying all the information I had collected, that apparently got destroyed anyway.
I wanted you to stop doing business with with criminals, Father, and I never said anything about destroying everything you'd collected.
Actually, you did. I believe you said that all of this should be empty out. that the vault should be empty or something by the month or something. It was very,
I said
very
I
long.
gave him 6 months to sever his relationships with the mafia.
I think what he said is, I want your books to be clean, not
Cleaned
gone.
out.
I see.
Yeah.
That's probably where the miscommunication happened. Because I took clean to mean destroyed.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I said, yeah, like it was clean up your act is basically.
anyway. As it stands, I don't know how you accomplished it. I don't know how all of you accomplished it. But all my plans are now gone and burned. So I guess you succeeded in your Clara, please, we can hear you eating.
Sorry.
So I guess your plan to clean the books as it was succeeded. Because now I've got no books left to clean.
I suppose. Well, at the moment, as you pointed out to us, we've got bigger problems.
I can at least tell you the day that they're planning to open it. I hired someone to look into the future. It's not the most reliable method, but I figured it would at least give us a general idea, or at least something to work with. And so far, the information I've collected has proven to at least back up the fortune that I was given. 2 months.
How long do we have? 2 months.
Isn't the portal already open?
The
Before-
portal shut behind us.
And it wasn't going to the place that they wanted it.
Hmm.
Oh, I can't imagine why anybody would want to go there.
They're trying to open it up to a specific place.
Do we know that specific a place? It's down to the exact spot.
No, only that it contains their mysterious entity that will help them retake the land and bring the land into eternal darkness, or you know how drow are.
Indeed.
Blah blah darkness. And
Blah
at that
blah spiders.
and at that Raichi speaks up and says, blah blah blood.
Oh my god. She-
So we have to prepare ourselves to attack the drow preemptively within the next 2 months, or are we using those 2 months to mount a defense?
I have no idea. I have been trapped and, air quotes, killed. So at the moment, I'm kind of not in a position to really make any plans. I need to determine what assets I actually have left.
Then we should get you back to Mother.
Yes. And at that, you see a blue head poke out the door and then say, I mean, I can fly you over there if you need to, or if you guys going in a different direction.
And I thought we were headed for a vampire fortress, but everything we need from there has apparently been just retrieved.
Oh no, I'd still recommend going and taking out that vampire fortress.
There's a reason for that, Corax. The leader probably left as soon as I mentioned the army is getting wary of him.
Yes, and if yes, and there's also something that can be retrieved from there. And he
What?
glances between you and then says, well, I mean, vampires are old. They would have ancient artifacts, would they not? Like your blade there.
You noticed.
Of course, and I'm very proud of you. It's well done, of course. As expected from the next head of the family. You know how it is.
Blah, 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 yes.
Blah, blah, blah. Celebration. Blah, blah, blah. Toast. Blah,
Yes.
blah, blah. Cake.
Right, well...
Also, do let me
well-
know if you wish to return to being a male again. I can procure you the spell to turn back. It's not a big deal. I'm sure we have something in the budget for that. Either way. He just
Until... we'll sort that out later.
very well.
I had to step back for a sec. What did I miss?
A lot. You'll just have to rewatch the session.
In
TLDR,
in-
you guys should still go and
headed to the vampire fortress now.
TLDR, he said you should still go there because there's probably magical items that can help.
Also,
Well,
I want to kill the vampire head. I got a vendetta.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't kill him, he can totally brainwash me and tell me what to do and, make me obey his every will and command.
Why didn't he do that already?
Something dark side. Something blood.
I'm very confused with this one, right? So you gotta explain that a little better.
Can't obey commands if you can't hear them. She pulls out cotton balls from her ears.
Is it verbal?
It's a little bit of everything, but mostly verbal, yes.
I thought you were a better inventor to me. I'm very confused by this.
I'm a master at stealth and subterfuge. Subterfuge?
You're also the most chill person I've ever met in my life.
I mean...
So what are we expecting at the fortress?
there's gonna be vampires. Probably gonna be vampires, and, if you're
Are
lucky,
there
there
gonna be
might...
vampires?
Yes! And if you're lucky, there might even be vampire bats. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah.
Jezebel sighed as she walks in and goes, I need a drink.
Oh, yeah, and, she looks right at Charlotte's neck. I think I could use a drink too.
Oh my god.
Enough.
I'm not even enticing this, Ryu. I'm sorry.
I know. That just bothers me all the more.
I'm sorry if this is bothering you out of character.
No, it's not. It's just
Okay, I just had to
it's
check.
getting on- it's just getting on Ryu's nerves.
It's in
Okay.
character, it's fine.
That's fine. I just had to check that because your in character and out of character voices are very similar. So back to Korax and that. Varen is just going to look to Korax and then say, I think I'll take the next Barakokra back to my wife. Good luck with your friends?
That's the correct tone, yes.
Yes, well, as long as you're sure they're not going to stab you in the back, I suppose. Good help is always hard to find.
And frankly, there's mostly the risk is higher that they'll shoot themselves in the foot.
I see.
That would
Well-
require me to shoot myself.
Well, I will leave you to the fortress, and by the time you return to the city, I should at least have a better idea of what resources I have remaining. Also, you didn't happen to see my advisor, did you?
One moment while I look up in my notes what the advisor's name was.
Yeah, I don't think we have, but this is me.
I had it written down, but I can't find it.
Hillary. Hillary
Kelly.
Araba.
Right.
I believe that was the name. No, wait.
Yeah, here it is.
No, wait, that's the wrong one. It's Fevre. Fevre Nolina.
Yeah, that's
I
the
had
one,
I had a great pun for the first name. Now I'm very disappointed.
Yeah. So,
Kevre is his contact. Whoever that is.
we actually haven't found Kelly yet, but
that
Fevre,
explains it. Right, he's the
yeah,
drow contact. That's right.
yeah, there it is. So, in the meantime, when was the last time we saw Fevre?
I don't think anyone's seen him except for you.
When was the last time I saw him?
I
When
believe
you did
you...
blackmail, I think.
You know, let the DM say it.
Sorry.
I believe the last time you saw him is briefly when El Nate was on trial. But it might have been before that when you were telling your father off.
I think the last time I saw him was I think it was during that trial I got mixed up in.
Yeah.
It was before all this nonsense started, at any rate.
Basically, yeah, it was before all of this started.
Yeah, that was in character.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. If you happen to see him, shoot him.
I see.
Yes, he's the one who kidnapped your sister. My daughter.
So he did.
Good to know.
What?
So he did try to frame my grandfather.
Of course he tried to frame your grandfather. We all knew.
Oh my goodness.
Why do you
are
think he...
elves so...
What? Go on.
Why are elves so complicated?
It's because we lived for hundreds of years to collect baggage.
Yes. If you think human politics are difficult, multiply it by 10. But yes, we all knew your grandfather was innocent. Why do you think he got up with such a light sentence?
Why did he get a sentence to begin with, actually? That's a good question.
He was still guilty of a number of things, like assault.
He did burn down. He did burn down an entire house.
Yeah, but that wasn't the reason he was on trial.
It may have actually. It probably was one of them.
For you?
Well, I know he's my grandfather. Yes, but that doesn't mean I can just ignore it when he makes a mistake.
Yes, breaking and entering into a house and then burning it down is what we in the business call a mistake. Regardless,
Are they homeless?
Sorry, continue.
Are they homeless for you? Was it an orphanage?
No, it was. If I remember correctly, the people who own that house are currently in the Underdark with Korax's brother.
Oh, the one year Korax's mother sent to their deaths for.
Yes.
I really doubt they'll die. Stupidity doesn't die.
As well as special a boy as Ajit is, he is a good shot.
Very well. I don't know that for a fact, so I'll trust your word on it.
But yes, he turns back to Korax and says, "So if you do see him, do shoot him. It turns out that, like I said, I've been trying to track down all the people involved for 30 years now.
Hmm.
And when he realized we'd figured it out, well, now I'm apparently dead." He takes a deep breath in and just goes, "Ah." Yes, very dead.
So, when you say shoot him, do you mean like shoot to injure or shoot to kill?
Ideally injure him. It would be good to get information out on which cult is behind all of this.
Vampire? Is he another vampire or just a spy?
He's an elf. Just an elf. I believe he's a wizard of
Okay.
some sort.
So, and okay, so taking him alive might actually be feasible then.
Now, the real person to watch out for is... You remember who I said is the head of the vampires, yes? Silver?
Mm-hmm.
Do watch out for him.
Funny you say that. When I was having a conversation with him, he disassociated himself with the vampires entirely. Probably as a front, I agree, but whenever I point out his flaws, he would displace him from the vampires.
You met him?
The only elf in the room, so I assume it was him.
Oh my god.
He wasn't a vampire. That's the only reason he kept arguing. I'm not a vampire. I'm a speaker for the vampire. Yada yada.
Well, I don't really know what his deal is exactly, but I do know that he managed to say an assassination attempt by a well-trained elf.
Maybe not being a vampire made him not be assassinatable.
I mean, it did help, but I still tried to stake him in the heart.
Did you successfully stab him through the heart?
No, I missed.
Did you try again?
He slyly turns back to Korax. You were saying something?
Is there any other information you can give on the enemy?
I had big archives of information that I could deliver, but it's all burned. I can give
Because
you
of a misunderstanding.
No. To the boss. This is weird.
All I
There
can
has
say
to
for
been-
all I can say for
There has to
certain.
have been at least someone. There has to have been at least someone else that you gave this information to.
Oh yeah, I did. I gave it to my advisor to see if he was a tracer.
Well, one thing at a time. And claps Dad on the shoulder. You, Mother, she'll be glad at you're okay too. Us, Vampire Fortress. Now.
Ninja needed to make a call.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
He left.
Yeah.
So, for that reason.
And why? Sorry, could you repeat that, Corax?
You. Gives her dad a quick hug. Glad you're safe. Get back to Mother. Us, Vampire Fortress. Now.
Right. Best advice I can give is remember vampires can go through cracks. You, Bluebird. Yes? Fly me home. I mean, okay. Do you want me to just hug you or so? Fly me home right now. Yes. Okay. You watch them sort of awkwardly hold hands, and then awkwardly he's flown away.
Yeah, the gay bird man chose to hold hands with the old elf to fly away
God.
in the sunset or in the night sky. I should phrase that.
God
He
damn
looks
it.
to he looks back as you're watching this, and then says, "What?"
Eh,
Nothing.
Yes, yes. Let's get going. Before yes,
If the-
goodbye.
If the rest,
bye.
if the rest, if the rest of my party is allowed to make eyes at you, you're not allowed to make eyes at my father.
Yeah, yes, sir. Oh, great.
Anyways, I wanted to talk to Cricket for a moment.
Yep, he looks to you.
So, we both saw that portal in the Underdark, right?
Yes.
Do you think there's any way that we could close it?
He thinks for a moment.
Getting to it is feasible. I have been inside that building before, and I still have the key.
I cannot get close to it. Therefore, I cannot close it. And I would recommend you stay away from it as well.
And why is that?
He glances to Korax and then says, because Cicada is a very good listener.
Is that's what happened before then?
Yeah, sorry about taking so long for you, Clara, and then we'll go to Charlotte and that because you should have a bit too. But we'll finish Cicada up really quick, and then we'll go to Clara and then Charlotte. If that's all right.
Another thought.
Yeah?
Well, another thought. If we can't close the portal, is there any way we could mess up the tower? I don't know. How many explosives could we smuggle in?
That would delay their attempt to make the portal, I would assume.
He nods. Now, Clara, this is the message you get back. It's in Eldritch, so she can fit in more words.
Oh boy.
This is just a mental connection, though. There's no limit.
Yeah. That's true too. But still, she'd
Probably-
say it in Eldritch.
Because she didn't think that far ahead.
Oh, hi, Cora. How are you doing? I'm doing great. I'm at this beach, and there was these people. They appeared suddenly, and then they just turned to ash. It was really funny. So, yeah, I'm doing well. Tell my honeybee that I said hi. Would you like me to bring back some sand when I'm finished?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
Apparently, Mom, Chloe says out loud, apparently Mom was present to see the vampires turn to dust.
I figured she
I would like
find it
for
funny.
Clara to. I would like Clara to like mentally like hang up the phone, and then she said that.
But yeah, Cricket will just look to Clara and then say, I figured she would find it funny.
Okay. She did.
He turns back to, Cicada.
If you don't mind me asking, where was that? Or is that going to cost as well?
He glances over and then says, west, on the coast.
Okay.
And then turns back to Cicada.
Can't close the portal. The best we can do is get rid of the tower that it's situated on.
Perhaps you should experiment with the city that was swallowed by darkness.
City that was eaten by a fracture?
Yes. They are very similar, are they not? I believe that place was a test for the final product.
Wait, that place? With the evil circus? Oh my god.
Yes.
I look very confused.
Yeah, you weren't there for that.
There was a circus. They were evil. They made a black
yeah, they
hole.
almost turned to be into a demon. So
I like circus and stuff.
this was not a fun circus.
You know the thing about circuses? They spin me right round.
Oh my god.
Ka-chow! That's cool, right? Ka-chow is cool? Or is that not cool anymore?
You're right. You're a little past the times now. I think we need to talk about who you're talking to with the vampires.
I mean, they picked up my lingo pretty fast, to be honest. But you know, they were very hip and happening. Honestly, it was just really funny to make them think words like jive was still in fashion.
I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was.
Yes. Yes, exactly. I convinced them. Don't tell any vampires this, but I managed to convince them all. Now, this is the funny bit. I can manage to convince them all that cauliflower is a type of garlic.
They all must die.
Right, you just didn't like cauliflower.
Well, yes, but now no one of the vampires has eaten it.
But you did eat it before.
Yeah, and they had cauliflower on the menu, and you know I thought that was very dangerous, so I convinced them that you know vampires were allergic to it.
Explain how that was dangerous. Besides you just not wanting to eat cauliflower. Actually, another question: what do you eat now?
She looks to you and then wags her eyebrows. What
I
do
step
I
backwards
eat?
and fall into the lake.
You almost do. Cricket catches you.
Oh, thank goodness.
His arm just goes out, grabs you, and then like a crane goes, and you're back on the ground.
I'm very short.
And Cricket is very big. So
Can we measure like people and objects like by Charlotte's? Like a unit of measurement?
I do have that one page with the size comparisons.
Okay.
Anyway,
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go off track.
yeah, we're going a bit off topic here. Anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, as you can see, I have quite a bit of influence. Yeah, influenza with the vampires. I can probably get you guys in if you wanted to go the sneaky route.
I'm pretty sure the moment that elf sees me, he's going to try and kill me.
I mean, you did try to kill him.
How'd you know that?
There's a very good chance you'll also recognize me on sight. Not exactly an unknown face in the city.
Just to clear this up, I assumed that you're gonna mention it when we do the whole private session thing, but if so,
Oh, that's fair. I didn't know it was gonna be brought up. That's why I said that.
that's fair.
But that's fine.
It was funny,
Okay.
but I just wanted to clarify that really quick.
Okay. Right, G. I only threatened to kill him. We
You
talked about this.
threatened to kill him?
Yeah, how many friends have you pointed a gun at recently?
All
So
of
far,
them?
only 2.
Only 2, huh? You holding back.
Oh my gosh.
I only fired at 1 so far.
Oh, I see. Man, you've really mellowed out, huh?
Wait, you
That is
shoot your
good,
friends?
Yeah, she almost shot me.
No, but it was a one time.
Yeah.
I get it, you were mad.
I mean, if she was trying to shoot you, she wouldn't have missed. Let's be honest here.
Laura, however, you'll know when I shoot you.
Man,
So you
Get a load of
do
this
plan
rap.
on shooting me eventually.
get a load of this rabbit right here. And she's just the best. She's just so funny and so. You know, I missed you. I missed you. She begins to cry and hugs you. I missed you. And now she's bawling.
Reggie, why? What plan were? You don't think well sometimes.
I don't think
Why'd
at
you do all this?
all.
Why did you do this?
I don't think at all.
Wow, you kind of got out there.
I don't think at all.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Why did you join vampires to do that again? You want to care to explain that one?
I thought they'd lead me to you.
And why did you think they'd do that?
I don't know. I'm stupid, okay? I can't remember.
You made a lot of enhancements to weapon and sabotage. How could you not think that far ahead?
But that's just semiconductors.
You two concern me quite a lot.
This shows off the low wisdom, by the way.
Oh my goodness.
She straightens up and then, just wipes her eyes and then claps her hands together and says, "And yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you all. I'm Raichi."
All right.
Hi.
I'm gonna introduce some of them. Ryu, don't touch him. Korax, don't touch her. Flora, I'm pretty sure you'll get along with her well.
Raichi wrinkles her eyebrows.
Cicada,
I think we'll get along just fine.
I'd rather keep my
God.
blood inside me.
You know, I go both ways.
Chlora's confused.
You won't be
Charlotte
for
just
long.
lets out of breath. I think I realized why you want to join vampires now.
Oh,
It all
yeah?
makes sense. Yeah.
You're not jealous, are you?
No.
You sure you're not jealous?
No, I want you to roll insight.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Can we have a -5 to our wisdom?
No, you can have a -1.
Okay, that's fair. What's my deception? Where's deception? There it is. Okay, wow, shit. Wow.
You are jealous. Oh,
Not jealous.
you totally are. Come on. Admit it. If you admit it, I won't flirt with her again. Come on.
Charlotte, after the constant assault of verbal truths, Charlotte says, yeah,
That's my
leave me
girl.
alone. Shut up. I'm not happy about this.
She nuzzles into you. That's my girl.
Also, Cicada, don't touch her, because Jezebel will likely kill you.
The only one I'm going to be touching. And that's where we'll end this session.
Oh my god. But I imagine Cicada would have a lot of questions about vampires. with
Yeah.
her.
I'm not ending the session here. That was a joke.
Okay.
God.
Oh, I was about to leave. I took that for
Yeah,
reals.
so was I actually.
Same here.
I was making a joke because, yeah. Anyway, is there anything else anyone would like to do before we wrap this session up?
I do want to talk to Raichi a little bit later when they're not occupied with Charlotte.
Anyone else? Okay. Then you, oh, go on.
Ryu is Carly going to step away, and bring his hand up to his ear, saying, or asking Alex if he's heard everything that they just talked about.
Well, you can ask him that later, but he'd probably
That's
say yes.
what I was thinking as such.
Alright. Anyway, Cicada, you managed to find a rare moment where Raichi is alone because Charlotte has gone to the toilet.
No, Charlotte has barricaded herself in her home for a bit. In her workshop. Because we know what
Fair.
happens when Raichi goes into workshop. And I don't like that right now.
Raichi's outside singing a serenade. And I will always want blood.
How bad is the serenade?
Can we get a performance roll?
Alright, fine.
Okay, oh.
-2.
Decent.
-2!
Charlotte, just a moment. Only some help. Okay, maybe I'll help.
And I will drink blood from you.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Clark's just playing music.
Resisting the urge to kill her for this.
This is like a new Chlora. How do you feel about 2 Chloras?
Oh my god.
She turns to look at
Yeah,
Cicada
sorry.
and stops and goes, "Oh, hey! You're the pretty
Hi.
bird."
Thanks. Although I don't think I'm technically a bird anymore. It's complicated. Anyway, so you're a vampire, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty vampy. You know, the whole drink blood stick, I do that.
Okay. I have a lot of questions about vampires.
Sure thing, sure thing.
'Cause I've never met a vampire before, so the only thing I've heard about them was from books. So dying in sunlight, that's a thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and not being able to enter people's homes unless they're invited, is that a thing too?
Yeah, that's a real thing. I actually can't enter your house. I'm stuck out here. She didn't even need to barricade the door. She could have just said, "I'm not allowed in," and I wouldn't be able to enter. I didn't tell her that, of course.
I
I mean,
think I would have killed her.
Gosh, what else? The whole. What is it? Basically.
Oh, that's actually a thing. Sorry.
And the whole stake to the heart thing, that's a myth, right?
Yep, that's true too.
Really?
Well, it doesn't kill us, but it would, paralyze us and we'd be unable to move. Yeah, we'd go limp like a cat when you pull them out of the scruff.
Okay. And, what else? Running water? Not being able to cross running water?
Yeah, I mean, it's not if I cross it so much as if I touch it. It burns me like sunlight.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like, I'm just trying to get as much information about vampires because I've never met them,
that's fine.
and
Hey,
we're going into a manor filled with vampires.
you do you. Usually do. Though, I will need to get inside before dawn gets here. Otherwise, I'm gonna die.
There.
But I'm sure one of you will welcome in with the inside eventually, right? Right?
It is
I'm okay with you
I
entering.
can talk to them about it.
Great. Thank you so much.
I like the fact that Cicada said no in the nicest way possible.
But yeah, I'm indeed a vampire, and yeah, I can regenerate from wounds too. Like say my what would be a good example? Say my arm was chopped off, like whoosha! I'd be able to grow it back.
It just grow back.
I mean, I'd be hungry afterwards, but yeah.
Weird. Okay. So you're technically immortal? Is
Yep.
that right?
Indeed, I can live forever. Forever and a day.
I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's a thing.
It is a thing. Okay.
I mean, considering you made a pact with an ancient being thing, well, not you, but Charlotte there. I mean, there's always a chance you could make a deal for immortality yourself, so,
Yeah, I wouldn't have asked for immortality, honestly.
I mean, it means more time to enjoy your wings there. Flappy flap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd like wings. I mean, I sort of have wings, but it's not really wings. I mean, well, no, it is wings. I can transform into a bat. But it's not really wings in the sense that, I can move with my own. Well, no, I can move with my own abilities. It's just it's me as a bat. And then with a poof, she turns into a bat.
Bat.
Squeak.
I think I have a decent lifespan ahead of me. Apparently, my parents are older than creation.
Cool. I mean, squeak. There is now a bat in front of the door.
I'm gonna go talk to Cricket now.
About an hour later into the night, I'm gonna just do this real quick. Charlotte would just shout out from the workshop, Raichi, you can come in. I forgot about that.
You see a bat flying through one of the gaps.
Okay.
Squeak.
I think Cicada want to do a thing, so I'm gonna let her do it now. Real quick.
Sure thing. Sure thing.
Yeah.
It was just gonna talk to Cricket. Just explain to them that vampires can only enter houses if the homeowner invites them in. So.
Yes.
So you can do that for Raichi?
I don't need to. Laura already gave her permission.
Oh, okay.
He pats you on the head.
Okay.
So, any final things before we wrap this session up?
That's it.
Alright. Then with that, I will end this session here. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Don't die.